Hi AP Art Juniors. I'm going to walk you through a presentation here on types of visual art. This is important because we're going to be working in these types of art forms here in the next couple of weeks. Right? So there's three different types of visual art. The first one is the one you're probably most familiar with, and that is art that is representational, which means it looks like something from real life. So for example, American Gothic, these look like realistic human people. Same with down here in the Birth of Venus. We're seeing figures, a shell, the ocean, trees, and we know what they are because they are represented the way they look in reality. Okay? So that is the art you're most likely to have a pretty good idea and grasp on. When we move down to abstract, this is where things become confusing, and a lot of students and people in general get the term abstract confused with non-objective. So abstract art is art that still has recognizable subject matter. So it's taken from reality, but it's presented in a way that is different than how we see it in reality. So you can see this one here of Self-Portrait by Francis Bacon. You can tell that this is a man, but we do not see a man like this in real life. Let's look at this one here. Okay, this is called Woman 5 by William de Kooning. And you can see a woman through this painting. You see the eyes at the top, and a nose and a mouth, breasts in the center, legs down at the bottom with the black figure. Now, does this look like a woman that you would see in real life? No, but we still know that there is a figure painted here. Here's another example, Violin Jugs by George Brock. We see within all of this cubist layout a violin in the center bottom area. The jug is towards the center, and at the top we see other various forms. So there are things represented in this work, and that is why it is called abstract. The next type of art form we're going to look at is something called non-objective. A lot of people call this abstract, but they would be incorrect. Abstract still is taking from real life, but it is just manipulating it in a way that doesn't look like something we see in reality. Non-objective is taking nothing from reality. So for example, Lavender Mist #1 by Jackson Pollock is considered non-objective. You're seeing nothing more than the elements of art in a non-objective piece. What I mean by that is you're going to see lines, color, texture, shapes, forms, and space, but you're not going to see anything from reality represented in the work, right? Kind of like this one by Mondrian, right? You're seeing nothing but shapes, colors, space. You're not seeing anything from real life. Same with this work by Kandinsky, right? Nothing here is taken from life. You could argue that, the circular shapes look like suns, but everything here is simply just a shape, right? So where are we going with this? Our next things that we're going to look at for our next sustained investigation are going to be using alternative surfaces to create art. We're going to be looking at 4 different things. The first thing we're going to look at is a type of paper called UPO paper that is plastic paper that is non-absorbent and made from polypropylene. We're going to look at this first. The next thing we're going to look at is using encaustics, which is a method of painting with hot wax. We're going to look at mosaic tiling using actual glass and ceramic tiles with glue and grout on a piece of wood. And then lastly, we're going to be looking at working on wood, particularly with wood burning, and then drawing on wood as well. So we're going to be looking at creating something on alternative surfaces, getting out of the box of using just plain old paper or canvas to create works.